In this video, we explore 6 incredible bodies of water renowned for their beauty and ecological significance, paired with 3 regions facing critical challenges in their water supply. From the pristine depths of Lake Baikal to the life-sustaining waters of the Amazon River, we'll highlight the natural wonders that define our planet. However, amidst these breathtaking locales, we confront sobering realities in places like Flint, Michigan, and Cape Town, South Africa, where access to safe water is a battle against environmental and social issues. Join us as we navigate the highs and lows of these vital water sources around the globe. 1. Lake Baikal, Russia. The deepest, clearest wonder. Lake Baikal, nestled in Siberia, is not just a lake, it's a living legend. Holding nearly 20% of the world's unfrozen freshwater, Baikal plunges over 5,300 feet deep, making it the deepest and oldest lake on the planet. Its water is so clear that you can see down for dozens of meters, and the surrounding Siberian wilderness adds to its untouched beauty. Unique species like the Baikal seal thrive here, drawing scientists and tourists from around the globe. Yet, the lake is not immune to trouble. A 2023 report revealed a 30% decrease in ice cover over 2 decades, a direct impact of climate change. Pollution from nearby settlements and factories also threatens the delicate ecosystem, prompting an increase in conservation efforts. Environmental groups are racing to monitor water quality and restore lost habitats. Local authorities have introduced stricter regulations to curb pollution and preserve Baikal's pristine waters for future generations. 2. The Amazon River, South America. Lifeblood of a continent. The Amazon River courses through the heart of South America, supplying about 20% of the world's freshwater and shaping the continent's destiny. Its sheer volume and power are unmatched, supporting over 3,000 species of fish and countless plants and animals in its lush basin. Indigenous communities depend on the river for everything from food to transportation, making the Amazon a true lifeline. However, its health is under constant threat. Deforestation, illegal mining, and agricultural runoff have spiked mercury levels, according to a 2024 regional study. Conservation groups and local governments are launching new initiatives, from sustainable fishing projects to legal reforms aimed at curbing pollution. The Amazon rainforest, famously called the lungs of the planet, relies on the river's health to thrive. Without urgent action, the cascading effects of environmental decline could reach far beyond South America. The river's fate is now a global concern, with researchers and activists calling for stronger international cooperation. 3. Lake Tahoe, USA. Crystal clarity at risk. Lake Tahoe, tucked high in the Sierra Nevada, is a jewel of North America revered for its dazzling blue waters and breathtaking alpine scenery. The lake attracts millions of visitors every year, fueling a vibrant tourism industry. While Tahoe's clarity has long been celebrated, it faces mounting threats from invasive species, nutrient runoff, and sprawling development. A 2023 environmental assessment found that the lake's famed clarity was beginning to decline, with invasive species like the Asian clam disrupting local ecosystems. Local governments responded with a bold restoration plan, focusing on stricter land use controls and expanded conservation funding. Efforts to educate tourists on protecting the lake have intensified, with new signage and community outreach. Tahoe's water also supplies nearby communities, making its preservation essential for public health. Researchers continue to monitor water quality, offering hope that collaborative efforts will restore and sustain Tahoe's natural beauty. 4. The Great Lakes, USA and Canada. An international treasure under siege. The Great Lakes, Superior, Michigan, Huron, Erie, and Ontario, form the largest freshwater system on Earth, providing drinking water for over 40 million people. This vast interconnected network supports a rich diversity of wildlife, as well as thriving industries like shipping and fishing. However, their health is increasingly threatened by invasive species, nutrient pollution, and climate change. A 2024 scientific review highlighted a troubling rise in harmful algal blooms, fueled by agricultural runoff and warming waters. In response, the Great Lakes Restoration Initiative has ramped up efforts to clean up contaminated sites and restore vital habitats. Public engagement campaigns are helping communities understand the importance of reducing fertilizer use and supporting conservation. The lakes are also a major economic engine, drawing millions of visitors for recreation and tourism each year. Protecting the Great Lakes is now a top priority for both U.S. and Canadian governments, who recognize the stakes for public health and regional prosperity. 5. The Danube River, Europe. A lifeline across borders. The Danube River winds through 10 European countries, linking cultures and economies over its 1,770-mile journey to the Black Sea. Its water sustains millions of people, irrigates vast farmlands, and powers local industries. Yet, the Danube is under siege from agricultural runoff and unchecked industrial waste, with a 2023 report warning that over half its water is now compromised. Cross-border pollution has made international cooperation essential, leading to stronger regulations and joint monitoring efforts under the Danube River Protection Convention. This landmark agreement aims to reduce pollutants, restore wetlands, and promote sustainable water use along the entire river. The Danube is also a biodiversity hotspot, sheltering rare and endangered species like the beluga sturgeon. Community organizations have launched awareness campaigns to encourage responsible farming and waste disposal. The river's future depends on ongoing collaboration and the willingness of all nations along its banks to protect this vital artery. 6. The Nile River, Africa. Lifeblood amid tension. The Nile River stretches over 4,100 miles, threading through 11 countries and serving as the backbone of agriculture, especially in Egypt and Sudan. Its waters support vast populations, irrigate fields, and generate hydroelectric power. However, the river's flow is now at the center of heated disputes, particularly since the construction of the Grand Ethiopian Renaissance Dam. A 2024 analysis found reduced water flow impacting farming and worsening tensions among Nile Basin nations. Climate change further complicates matters, shrinking water supplies and raising the specter of food insecurity. Negotiations over water-sharing agreements continue, but progress is slow and fragile. Local communities have begun investing in water-efficient crops and irrigation systems, hoping to stretch dwindling resources. The stakes are high. The Nile's future will shape the fate of millions. Governments and international mediators are under pressure to find a fair and lasting solution. 7. Flint, Michigan, USA. The ongoing struggle for safe water. Flint's water crisis erupted in 2014 when the city switched sources, exposing thousands to dangerous lead contamination. The fallout was immediate and severe. Residents suffered health issues, and trust in local government plummeted. Despite years of pipe replacements and water quality testing, a 2023 survey showed many residents still distrust their tap water. The city has distributed bottled water and filters, but the scars of the crisis remain visible in public health statistics. Advocacy groups continue to push for stronger regulations and better transparency from officials. Flint's plight has become a rallying cry for water justice in America, sparking national debate on infrastructure and environmental racism. The economic impact is ongoing, as families grapple with medical bills and home values have suffered. Flint's story is a stark reminder that safe, clean water is a basic right, not a privilege. 8. Cape Town, South Africa. Living on the edge of Day Zero. Cape Town's brush with Day Zero, the point at which municipal water taps would run dry, shocked the world in 2018. The crisis was the result of a prolonged drought and years of mismanagement, forcing residents to queue for water and drastically cut consumption. Since then, the city has embarked on a dramatic turnaround, investing in desalination plants and alternative water sources. A 2024 audit reported that water use per person has dropped by more than 40%, thanks to aggressive conservation campaigns. Still, the threat isn't gone. Shifting rainfall patterns and rapid urban growth make future shortages likely. Authorities continue to promote water-saving habits and invest in infrastructure upgrades to build resilience. Cape Town's experience has become a lesson in the dangers of complacency and the power of community action. The city's journey from crisis to cautious recovery offers hope, and a warning, for other drought-prone regions. 9. Jakarta, Indonesia. Sinking city, scarce water. Jakarta faces a dire and unique water crisis, as over-extraction of groundwater and rising seas cause the city to sink. Some neighborhoods have dropped more than 10 feet in recent years. A 2023 government report found that 40% of residents lack reliable access to clean drinking water, with many relying on polluted wells or expensive bottled water. The city's rapid urban sprawl has outpaced its crumbling infrastructure, making it harder to deliver safe water to all. In response, authorities have launched projects to expand piped water services and reduce the use of private wells. Plans are underway to move the capital to Borneo, in part due to Jakarta's worsening water woes. Community education campaigns are working to raise awareness about water conservation and pollution. However, the twin threats of climate change and unchecked development make solutions elusive. Jakarta's struggle highlights the urgent need for sustainable urban planning and investment in resilient water systems.